What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. As always, I'm one half of the host, Big Hurt, Fair Shirai, and I'm joined today by my co-host,
Leech. What's going on, everybody?
Real Bodman in the building. And
So,
I'm so fucking pumped. I would ask you how you're doing, but
you
can I
don't
be
care.
honest with you? I don't care today.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care today. There's UFC 300 fight week. After a rough stretch of fight night cards at the Apex and that newer card, just a rough stretch. I'm so excited for just a fucking a banger of a card, top to bottom.
Before, man, let's just go through some of these announcements that happened with these fights. I thought they're pretty interesting.
Let's do it.
Starting off with women's, man, I was very, very shocked about this. I actually watched this fight the other day. Skye Nicolson, man,
Ooh, I did see
beat
this.
Sarah Mufad for the WBC featherweight title, man. I was so pumped to see her finally get a title, man. Only 10 fights into her pro boxing career. That's insane, man. Already got a WBC title. And that call out, man, I loved it, man. Oh my God, Amanda Serrano, man, called her out, and I loved it. I love how she mentioned, let's do it on our terms. I know WBC has their own regulation. Hit my people up and let's get this going. We don't even have to waste time. We don't have to wait for this WBC shit. Let's just go at it. And I love that, man. That's savagery right there. That's one of the baddest women on the planet, man, as far as combat sports go. And that call out, like you gotta love it, man. You can't hate it. You gotta love it.
I do love the call out. I did watch the fight. Congrats to her, first world title.
Yeah.
You got a crush, no?
Something about these Australians, man. Fire.
Yeah, congrats to her, first world title. That means a big thing. Did you see the main event of that card, that Hitchens Lemos one?
Nope.
Yeah. All right, we can just skip past it. A lot of people thought Hitchens was gifted a decision. Thought he lost that one, but also won a interim title fight. So congrats to him. Did you
Conor Ben for Sharon Ennis?
Yeah, that was another one. I sent you that right before we got on here. What a banger, huh?
That's gonna Sharon Ennis he's got a killer in front of him. But Sharon Ennis he's ready for this stage, he's ready for this main stage. This is the biggest fight of his career so far, without a doubt. And the biggest fight for Conor Ben as well. So I'm excited for these guys to slug it out. This is gonna be a crazy fight.
Yeah.
Welterweights, man. Welterweights are going at it this year, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
I mean, if everybody stays active, it could be one of the best weight classes in boxing.
Couldn't agree more.
And this is two young savage lions from different necks of the world, just throwing down.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. If that's real, if that's actually in the cards. I know Ben posted on his story, and we know how boxing goes. Like, they say it's gonna happen, never actually happens.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. That'll be a banger.
Yeah.
Did you see?
And then that WWE event was just insane.
Stop.
We don't have to go too deep.
Don't even mention it. We're not even gonna. Come
on.
We're not even gonna grace the surface with it, bro. I've seen so many tweets, and against my will. I don't want to. I don't.
Not with the Rock.
That was
not with the Rock.
That was kind of cool.
And him getting chokeslammed. That was fire. Come on, man. That was like my childhood.
Yeah,
I just relived my childhood basically all over again. I loved it, man. I loved that was probably the best WWE event I've ever seen in my entire life. That was crazy.
Stop it. The little kid Josh would be so pissed off at you. Like what? Those events as a kid, bro, nothing will compare. Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing.
But it was exciting to see. I'm not gonna lie. Because
Yeah.
I honestly have not watched an event in years. So seeing that was like, damn, like, is this type of shit they're on? But apparently it's just like they just went all out for this event.
Yeah, I seen I Show Speed. That was fucking hilarious.
That was so fucking funny,
Yeah,
bro.
that kid is, anything he does is just pure comedy. Him and Drewski are like neck to neck, just hilarious.
Drewski's commentary there was hilarious.
It's so funny, bro. It's so funny.
But yeah, it's fun little event. That was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into some fights. Man.
Did you see Tszyu versus Fundora?
That was last weekend, right?
Yeah.
I was in New York, but I did catch some of those highlights.
My goodness.
My God.
My my goodness.
That
And I know
man
there's been a
is
lot of people have came out and talked about it since. So I'm not, I'm definitely repeating,
yeah.
but I'm a little disappointed in Tszyu's corner, man.
Why?
Like, that was such a horrible cut that was caused by an elbow. And it was in a position up here where it was just leaking straight onto his face. And like it happened early in the fight, and it got to a point where like it could have been stopped early, and then it was like, all right, maybe the corner's just waiting until it gets to the point where it'll go to a judge's scorecard if it becomes a technical stoppage.
Yeah. So you thought they should have stopped it a little bit sooner?
They should have been like, fight should have not continued. It costed Tszyu his world title, his position when he beat the shit out of Fundora for the first 2 rounds. And
Yeah, that was
before
bad.
he got cut, he was winning everything. He looked like the way better boxer. And it's just unfortunate that like they clash, they come, the elbow just grazes him in his head and chops him off. Bro, it was such a bad cut. That's oh man. Oh man. But yeah, man, a little disappointed in Tszyu, but congrats to Sebastian Fundora, new world champ at 54.
Yeah. He scares me, man.
Yeah, he's
He
like
scares.
620, bro. Like,
He's
what are you doing?
He's a scary fucking guy, man. I would not want to get in the ring with him.
He's like the Wembenyama of boxing.
Literally, like he's got power. Uses the length well. He just has to get better with his defense, right? He was taking a little bit too much damage for his size, but all in all, it was a phenomenal performance by him. He went through adversity, with the cut. Unfortunately that happened, and he capitalized on that cut. So that's what you expect out of a world championship level fighter. So all
good
hands
luck
to
him. If his next two fight options are Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, good luck to you, Fundora.
Well, it looks like he's trying to get it in there with Errol Spence.
Yeah,
Terrence Crawford had a lot to say on Twitter.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if Crawford wants it, like, no way Fundora goes Spence. No way.
Do you know that Young Thug meme?
Where
he tweets, he goes, "Boy, slow down with dropping all that music."
Yeah.
You've been seeing this, bro. Terrence Crawford's hilarious, bro. He like quoted that essentially for Errol Spence. He was like, "Man, slow down with all that shit, man. Like, relax, buddy. Wait in line, just like everyone else. You ain't got no belts, right? Oh, okay, right. I'll get in there with Sebastian, then I'll handle you later." I love that. That was great. Big
things ahead for that 154-pound weight class, especially if Spence and Crawford are planning to move up. So much there, fun fights. Yeah. But the time has come, real Bodman. It is time, as Bruce Buffer would say, it is time for the main event. The main card, 300, the main event. Alex Pereira, the light heavy champ. I know you love talking about Alex, so I'm going to let you start it. That's the champ, bro. You beat Jiri the way he did. That's the champ. But he's fighting another guy who you could say is the champ, and Jamal Hill, who never lost his belt in the octagon. So champ versus champ, low key.
I think Jamal Hill's the champ here, man. That's some bullshit, man. I'll never get over that. That's some bullshit, man. The way he lost his belt. So I think it's champ versus. I think this is even stakes.
Yeah.
No belt on the line regardless.
Yeah. And I think he did it smart where like he positioned it so he'll still get the pay-per-view points, even though he's not a current, like on paper world champion. So very good move on you, Jamal. But aside from all the business and politics, Josh, what you think about the fight? And ultimately, who do you think comes home with the UFC light heavyweight strap at the end of the UFC 300?
I mean, these are two electric, very quick rising to championship level fighters, man. Both of these guys, very short amount of time, have risen to the championship level. So it's a nice story there, they have that dynamic to share, the UFC rise, Pierre's rise a little bit different than Jamal. Jamal has actually been in this weight class and earned his right to that. Pierre was the middleweight champion. They got knocked out and fought Jiri Prochazka and defeated him. Fair play, beat him fair and square. But Jamal Hill, man, Jamal Hill he's that guy, man, and so is Alex Pierre. You know, these two are definitely deserving and excellent level fighters to be on the stage for this light heavyweight title, man. Man, I mean, this fight is just it's a little underwhelming, but at the same time, these two guys we know what they're good at doing in the octagon. Alex Pierre is excellent striker, excellent kickboxer. Jamal Hill is an excellent knockout artist. We've seen him knock people out in incredible fashion. Not to mention that Johnny Walker knockout, which was some of the scariest shit I think I've ever seen in an octagon. Like the way he took that man out was terrifying. And then we have Alex Pierre, who's basically knocked out everybody he's been in the octagon with. I believe besides one fight, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Bruno Silva. Didn't knock Bruno Silva out, but it was a very entertaining fight. But man, who's winning this, man? I mean, honestly, whoever wins this, man, I think it comes down to the for Pierre, it's got to be the leg kicks, man. We know Hill has that injured leg, man, and I don't know. I have big doubts that he's made full recovery of that leg, man. And Alex is he's an animal, man. Like he will demolish your legs, man. He's done it to professional kickboxers. Israel Adesanya, he's tore his legs apart. We've seen it in 2 fights that's happened, and I can't see it any different. Him tearing up Jamal Hill's leg, and with that injured leg, man, I don't know if that leg is fully back to where it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go Alex. I'm going Alex regardless. I'm going Alex regardless, but plus that past injured leg, I have to double down on Alex because he's gonna be targeting that. He knows what that leg's about.
Yeah.
He's gonna go after it. I see a knockout happening for Alex easily.
Whoa.
Easily, man. That left hook is money every time, man. It's put Israel Adesanya out. It's put took Sean Strickland out. It's taken everybody out, man. I see no different than it taking Jamal Hill out.
Love it. I like the pick. Alex is a gifted low leg kicker. That is a fact. His left hook is as lethal as anyone in the game. That is a fact. But he's fighting a gifted striker as well, a natural light heavy, a guy who's dominated this weight class for some time now. And every time they've thrown him in there with a different test, he's somehow gotten better and rose to the occasion each time down. And I think this time will be no different, bro. I'm in the camp of and new on paper, but in the grand scheme of things, he didn't lose it in the octagon. So and still, I'm going Jamal Hill here, man. I think he's also a great striker, and I don't. Alex is definitely not going to shoot or nothing. But what if Jamal shoots? What if Jamal does the wrestling? What if Jamal makes it a clinch fight? These are all questions I don't think he will, but like it'll make for a way more interesting fight if he tests Alex in these positions. But long story long,
I don't think he will though.
Yeah,
he said it multiple times. He said multiple times he's knocking him out. I don't think he's shooting for any takedowns. He wants to prove himself in there that he's the better striker, and there's no better way to do it than stand and bang with that guy.
Facts.
Which is dangerous.
Yeah, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. But a lot of the time, guys, Alex's far are usually shorter than him, a little thinner than him, or I'm sorry, a little bit thicker than him, more compact, smaller. But this isn't the case at all. He's matched in height. You could say Jamal's naturally the bigger guy in this equation.
Yeah, I agree.
Possibly slower, possibly more powerful. There's so much, man. There's so much. So I didn't realize I was still on the solo screen. There's so much, brother. But I like that we're starting off on opposite sides of the coin. I like that. Let's move on now. Let's go on to the women's strawweight, a co-main title fight, a banger. Wei Li Zhang, Yan Xiaonan. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Yan Xiaonan. Good job.
There we go. China versus China. And So there's so many fun talking points to this fight, but again, I'll let you take lead. What do you think of the matchup, and who do you think is gonna bring home the championship? Because either way, it's going through China.
Yeah, either way, it's going to China, and this is Dana's. These are the type of fights Dana sets up these disgusting cards throughout the year, but this is one of the fights where I'm very very surprised with him by, and I think it's brilliant. I love the fact that he's still trying to penetrate that MMA Chinese market. I think this is the best way to do it. Two of the most explosive strawweights, both Chinese fighters, as you said. This is tapping into a huge market for UFC, and I love this, man. Just this fight alone, I guarantee you, there's going to be so many people watching, mostly for this fight. If you don't believe me, I'm rest assured, man. There's going to be millions of people watching this fight because of these two, and it's because of that market he's tapping into. So he's a genius for that, man. And just two great fighters, man. Zhang Weili, an incredible, explosive, high-level striker, excellent grappling. I mean, she is literally the definition of a UFC champion. I mean, she has, if not one of, definitely my top three fights in UFC history ever on her resume. One of my favorite fighters to watch. And just an incredible human being outside of the octagon as well. Loves to give back. Always shows love to like every fighter. She's very she's just a great person, and I love her attitude in there, man. And she's just an excellent champion, winning or losing. So, and she's got a great task ahead of her, man. Yan Xiaonan is incredible striker, very technical, very agile, has great pace, great distance management. Very tough, very tough. Taller chick too. Taller girl. Taller girl too. Taller fighter. So but she has weaknesses as well. She doesn't really have great grappling defense. She doesn't really close the distance as much as I like her to, and that's really something you have to do against Zhang Weili, who's very, very quick, very agile, very quick, just like Yan Xiaonan. Yeah. But she has a very, very tough weakness against powerful strikers. So it's going to be a tough one for her. But let's be honest, man. Zhang Weili is just the better fighter in every facet, I feel like. It'll still be a tough test, but I think Zhang Weili will definitely impose her skill set along Yan Xiaonan very easily. I feel like she does it well on the big stage every single time, man. Like we never see her in a bad fight, and we always see her giving her all, even if she's losing. She's still trying her hardest. So I don't see any reason why Yan Xiaonan wins this fight, man. Like I said, all of her weaknesses just play so well into Zhang Weili, and I think that game plan is going to be very tough. It's going to be a very interesting game plan for Yan. I'm curious to see how they execute it. But I'm going Zhang Weili. I'll say it'll be decision. I don't think Zhang Weili will knock Yan Xiaonan out. I don't see it happening. I mean, like I said, one of the greatest fights of all time against JJ. She couldn't put her out, and that's one of the toughest chicks ever. Here we go again. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great fight, bro. It's a great fight. So I understand why you referenced it 25 times in that analysis. I understand. It's a great fight. But I'm not gonna add. You made a lot of great points that I agree with. I think Weili is her, and Yan Xiaonan is on her way, man. She's a gangster herself. And you look at her resume, she's a legit number one contender. A legit number one, like earned her way and earned this spot.
Yeah,
she's not getting it just for like the big China versus China storyline. She earned it. So yeah, I'm going Weili too, man. I think Weili's a gangster.
Yeah,
that's all.
Definitely going Weili.
Speaking of gangster,
lightweights, man, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Justin Gaethje, the champion, versus Max Holloway. What do you think about this, man? This is an interesting fight. We've got Max Holloway coming up in weight to fight Justin Gaethje. What do you think?
I think it's a banger on paper. It's a banger.
Goofy. Sorry, I just slipped out.
What you mean, man? How does that just slip out?
Continue.
What's
Sorry.
goofy about it? What's goofy about it? The matchup, the fact that Max is going up and fighting the most dangerous dude in a already dangerous weight class. What is goofy?
I just don't. It's a great fight. I think it's an excellent fight, but we've had this conversation, I feel like, before. Max has proven that he's elite in the featherweight division, but he's fighting, if not the dangerous guy in this division right now.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Yes, and I agreed with you at the beginning when it was first announced. That was my
Why?
fault. But after seeing the camp and watching Max and seeing how like locked in he is, have you? I don't. I'm sure you haven't seen any of his YouTube videos.
I've seen like his little Peloton videos. What?
Not what I'm talking. Peloton.
They were cute. I've seen his Peloton videos. They were cute.
Not what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, you go on his YouTube page. It's really some fascinating stuff. He's bulking up the right way. His first trip to lightweight didn't go his way against Poirier. That's a fact. But short notice, Josh. Short notice. Yeah, you didn't have to cut weight, but at the same time, you're not preparing for the bigger guy. You're not preparing for the striker. You're not getting ready. But you give anybody a full camp, proper time, proper nutrition, proper strategy, proper time to prepare for a guy like Justin Gaethje. The more I think about this, Josh, I'm kind of leaning towards Max, and I'll tell you why.
Good God. I don't think there's a soul. Before you go, I'm just gonna say I don't think there is a soul that's betting on Max Holloway. But go ahead.
That's fine.
I love this. I love that you're being the underdog here.
That's why I'm here, Josh. I'm here to cause ruckus. I'm here to do what people say isn't meant to be done. That's what I do, And that's why Max is gonna go up and become the new BMF title champ.
Is this what this is?
This is for the BMF.
I thought this was for the lightweight belt.
You're not serious. That lightweight straps in Dagestan, my boy.
No, I thought this was the interim lightweight. No. This is the BMF?
This is the BMF.
What the fuck?
5 rounds.
I thought Justin had them. Doesn't he have it? The interim?
Yeah, he's the champ. That's how you introduced him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I thought this was for that. I didn't think this was for a fucking BMF.
Oh, dude, the interim deleted long time ago whenever he lost to Khabib.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, now he's the BMF champ. Now
I never knew this was for
BMF. I wonder if he's getting pay-per-view points. I really hope he is.
Nah. That's another reason why.
You're defending now, no?
Defending nothing.
He's defending on Saturday. Max is coming into enemy territory to steal some gold or bronze.
He's defending a Willy Wonka belt. Mickey Mouse.
To finish my prediction, I'm going Max Holloway. I think Gaethje gets hurt in every single one of his fights.
Max Holloway,
bro. Let me finish. Stop.
Has it knocked out a soul in his career?
Patience, brother. Patience. Now, Justin's fought in dudes with big power in the past, but none of those dudes had a pace like what Max Holloway has. Like that boxing, the ability to throw 1,000 strikes in one fight and land more than half of them.
Impressive.
Is nuts. And if Justin Gaethje can, and as you said, nobody's taking this pick. So a lot of people think Gaethje, and I understand it's a safer pick. He's very dangerous, larger guy naturally. But I'm going Max Holloway. I don't think he'll look like I don't think Max will look like the smaller guy come fight night. Boom.
You don't think Max will look like the smaller? Well, he's the taller fighter. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Boom.
But we're talking Max Holloway, man. He's the skinny guy from the featherweights. This is Justin Gaethje we're talking about here. Like, he's known for his power, man. He's known for his power. And honestly, I thought about this matchup. I didn't know about the whole BMF thing. I take what I said back about this. This fight means nothing. It's just a fun fight. I fully understand that now. Now I'm going to go on with that mindset. My prediction change? Absolutely not. Justin Gaethje is winning this fight. Justin Gaethje has one of the best chins in the UFC. He's known for his power. Max
So
Holloway.
does Max.
Max Holloway hates checking leg kicks. Justin Gaethje loves throwing them, and he's just a relentless finisher, and incredible pressure, and he's fought in the very best, man. I mean, we can say the same about Max, but Max hasn't fought the very best in lightweight. So I think Justin Gaethje has so many advantages in that aspect. Now, Max Holloway, on the other hand, he is an incredible boxer. He is an exciting cardio, and he's never been knocked out in his entire career. So he's moving up a weight class, though. So that could very much well change on Saturday. I'm not willing to bet Justin Gaethje's going to knock him out, but I am willing to bet that he's going to shut him down with the leg kicks. The power is going to slow Holloway down, and we're going to see that Justin Gaethje has the superior volume here. And Max Holloway is just – I honestly don't think he's going to have an answer for Gaethje by the second round. By the second round, I think he's going to be shocked by the power difference in the lightweights. And this was years ago this dude fought Dustin Poirier. This man hasn't been in the lightweights for some time, man. So it's a different breed of these lightweights, man. It's a different breed, man. So
yeah. No,
I'm going Gaethje. I'm going Gaethje.
I'll be so there'll be nothing will make me more happy if I come on here next Monday or Tuesday, whenever we record our reactions, possibly Sunday, after a Max victory. Nothing will make me more happy. Nothing. But moving on, Charles Do Bronx Oliveira taking on Arman Tsarukyan in a very, very dangerous matchup, man. Both of these guys just such dangerous finishers.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
I think Oliveira's kind of gained the reputation of style just being, I'm gonna finish you, you finish me. What's gonna happen first? That's kind of how he approaches fighting at this point. And it's always exciting, and it's wicked crazy to see like he's become almost top 5 most influential, most impactful fighters currently on the UFC roster. Like, he is so important for the sport, and it just blows my mind because before he transitioned to lightweight, didn't nobody give a fuck about Do Bronx, and now the champion has a name, and his name, what's his name?
So
I was kind of hoping you said Islam Makhachev. That would have been so funny. But yeah, man, I love Oliveira like a lot of people. He's fighting a dangerous game, young, hungry lion. And I'm fascinated to hear what you got to say about this one, brother. What do you think about the matchup and a pick?
I was excited to hear what you had to say about it, but I'll gladly take the reins.
You first.
Man, I am so excited for this fight. I think this is the biggest stage for Arman in his career now, even though he has fought Islam before he was the champion in his career already. This is definitely the biggest stage. This is the guy, man. This is the guy at lightweight right now. I mean, former champion, we know what Charles is all about, man. He has a gift for finishing guys both on the feet and the ground. He just puts it together so well, man. And we know about that insane winning streak that he had before he was stopped. The GOAT. I'm sorry, I have to say the GOAT, Islam Makhachev. And man, what an incredible fight that was. And he's beaten Gaethje and Poirier as well. And he's been in there with everybody. Like, once you really look at his record, he's been in there with everybody. And he's impressive for that. Arman is equally as impressive, man. Incredible, powerful, formidable fucking wrestler, man. Exceptional stamina. Has the ability to put you out. He's very good at his striking. And he's having an interesting rise as well, man. He's fought a couple guys in there. He's had some 2 elite fights against BSD and it's another guy in there, but he's been up there, man. He's definitely been up there, and he can be dangerous as well on the ground too, man. I know people are sleeping on him on his ground game, but he can easily stick down there with Charles Oliveira. But do I think he should? No, definitely not. I think he's definitely going to have his best moments on the fence and definitely he can have some good moments on the feet if he's lucky enough. I think he can really, really hurt Charles Oliveira here. But I'm very afraid, and I've had this picture in my head so many times. I imagine Arman's overhand right just absolutely snapping Charles Oliveira's head to the back of his neck. Him falling to the ground. And Arman, he's like I said, he's relentless, man. He's gonna get down there, and I can see a fucking Charles Oliveira guillotine just right from the bottom. I see it every time. Like every time I try to picture how this fight ends, it's always with Charles Oliveira, man. It's always with Charles Oliveira, and I think that's how it's gonna end on Saturday. Wow. Man. I think Charles Oliveira is just too elite, man. I'm done betting against him. I've bet against this guy way too many times in his career, man. I'm not doing it this time, even though he is a severe underdog in this fight. Yeah. This is a disrespectful level.
What's the line? You have it in front of you?
Dude, Arman is a minus 225. Yeah. And it's it keeps going up. It keeps going up.
Yeah.
I think people are really underestimating Charles Oliveira here. But with respect to Arman, he's dangerous. He's young. I see what, and he's been in there with some elite wrestlers already. So he's got a nice resume building up to this. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very close competitive fight. He definitely does have the pace and the ability to take Oliveira down and potentially wear him down. But I think in those moments, that's exactly where Charles Oliveira shines every single time. And is when he's hurt and when all the cards are stacked against him, man. He just keeps proving it time and time. So I'm going Charles, man. But this could easily just end the same way it did with Islamich.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's just like stylistically, like matchup wise, that's exactly what happens.
It's a very similar fight, yeah.
But like you're somebody who's been gassing up Arman since he entered the UFC, since his fight with Islam years ago. You've been gassing him, so I am very shocked to hear your pick. Contrary to your thoughts, I'm gonna agree with Vegas on this.
You're going Arman, aren't you?
I am, and I'll tell you why. I'm a numbers guy, right? Analytics is a real thing, and I heavily believe in it. I think lately, the veterans, you look at Gaethje when he fought Fiziev, he beat him, and then Poirier beat up, what's his name from France, Dennis.
Yes, yeah,
he beat him up. Like I feel like the young guy gotta win eventually.
Yeah,
and Arman's a bodman, so yeah, I'm going Arman, man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it too, man. I was gonna go Arman as well, but I just keep thinking about Charles Oliveira on the ground, man. It's scary down there when people get in there with him. But I'm gonna stick with my pick here.
I love it, dude. I don't want.
It's definitely gonna be a close fight. It's gonna be a close fight, regardless.
Is this your dog of the card?
Oh, definitely my biggest dog of the card, I would say. Minus 225 is insane.
Hell yeah. I love it. All right, moving on. Card opener. There was a lot of controversy surrounding this one just for its position. You have so many former world champions, elite, highly ranked fighters on the undercard, and then you have this young American wrestler, Bo Nickel, starting off the main card. I don't love it, but the UFC left it a thing, and we can spend all of like 30 seconds on this fight because I feel like we both know how it's gonna go down. But what do you think about what do you think about Bo versus Cody Brundage?
Yeah, they've bet him one of those ones, man.
Yeah.
This should be an easy win for Bo Nickel here. This is over. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this fight other than that. I get it. It's just one of those guys that are trying to build up, had that record and then get him in those bigger fights. But I got nothing to say about this. He's a minus 1350. I mean, I should say it all.
It's crazy.
I should say it all.
And I'm sure that line is only going to get worse the closer we get to the fight.
Yeah, but if you're a Cody Brundage fan, some real payout there, man.
All right, moving on. So you got Bo, just for the sake of picks.
I got Brew.
Brundage?
I got my boy Brew.
All right. Enjoy I don't know.
I said Bo. I said Bo.
All right. I didn't hear
I got my boy B.
All right. They both got B's in their name, but we can go
Yeah,
with B.
I got my boy B.
I'm also going with B. B for Bo Nickel. Headlining the prelims, Yuri Prohashka, former world champion, facing Alexander Rakic in a return, man. Long time since we've seen Rakic fight in the octagon. Coming back against Yuri, who just fought for a world title at the end of last year. Didn't go his way, of course. But a bod man, bro. What you think of this fight?
I mean, this is like I don't even. It's crazy, man. Like, because Yuri's not even the favorite in this fight. Can you believe that?
He's not.
That's insane. Yeah, Alexander Rakic is the favorite in this fight. And I don't really understand why, to be honest. Not by much. It's a very straight margin, like 130. So it's not by much. But I was like, man, this might be a steal, man. Low key. I see you pulling your phone.
Bro, if that's true, there's a lot of money to be made there.
Alexander Rakic is the favorite in this fight, man. I'm so serious. And I think it's because of the way he lost in his last one against Alex Pereira. And they're like, okay, Alexander Rakic, very disciplined fighter, similar to Pereira in a way, solid takedown defense, and very powerful leg kicks. This is everything you would want against a Yuri Prochazka. This is exactly the issues he was having in his last fight. But the thing I don't understand is why he's a favorite. And I don't really like Rakic too much as a fighter because he's just not aggressive enough for me. In this division, you have to be an aggressive fighter. And he's had some success for sure. He had a pretty bad injury as well. I guess people are just avoiding that. But he is a threat. He definitely is a threat, and he can expose those defensive gaps in Yuri's game. 100%. Yuri is not a good defensive fighter. He's very unpredictable. He has a very strange finishing ability, and he is a significant threat on the feet for sure. So I do understand why people are going with Rakic, but Yuri is still a very tactical and very skilled fighter. Like, there's no denying that. But yeah, the more I think about it, maybe I'm like, all right, Alexander Rakic just have a chance here, but he's a cold dude, man, and he puts people out cold. So I'm going Yuri, man. I'm stealing that line all day long. There's no way I'm betting against him.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really blows my mind that a former world champion is not going to be the favorite, and he's not even like a crazy heavy veteran versus young. Like it's.
I think Vegas is slowly weeding out of that. As I'm looking at the lines, they've just went down by 3 points. So I think they're starting to be like, let's not lose our money on Saturday. But this is a gamble for Vegas, regardless,
That's
right? Like,
that's right.
Alexander Rakic can easily beat Yuri Prochazka.
Yeah,
easily.
But
Yuri is just so unpredictable. He's just so unpredictable, and he's a better fighter for sure.
Yeah, he is unpredictable. He has more tricks up his sleeve. Rakic is a bit boring for my taste. He's not my favorite guy to watch.
Yeah.
And I just think like that style just caters to a Yuri who can throw so much weird shit at you and catch you with a spinning elbow or back heel kick to them. I don't know, so much different shit. Yeah, it's definitely a line and a prop that I'm gonna throw in a bunch of legs. I love Yuri at plus money. And speaking of plus money, then the fight below it, the featherweight matchup between our guy Calvin Kattar and New York's Aljamain Sterling. Calvin is plus money, gang. What are we talking about? And also, like, on that same topic, I don't know if you've seen what Aljo's been saying about this fight. He came out saying it's gonna look a lot like Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar.
Mm-hmm.
Brother.
But the thing is,
hold on. You ain't Max Holloway, baby. Let's be honest, bro. You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna put a pace in a box and like something he's never seen before. And I hate to break it to you, but you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
I think this is a very good fight. Aljamain is moving up a weight class here.
Yeah.
This really comes down to two things, man. I think both of these guys excel in their own pedigree. You know, Calvin, excuse me, is an exceptional boxer. He's very, very durable. He almost outpaces every fighter he's in there with. Very diverse striking, you know, strong wrestling attributes. Aljamain, on the other hand, he shines in those areas, man. He's elite wrestling. You know, he has incredible cardio. The way he's able to find a submission, he's so versatile. Not that good of a striker. Really not that good. But only when you compare him to top tier strikers, he looks horrible. He's not the worst striker. I know people hate Aljamain Sterling striking, but when you compare him to a guy like Calvin Kattar, okay, yeah, now we're talking like, but Calvin's an elite striker. You know what I mean? So, you know, Sterling is pretty good on the feet, but I don't think he's going to have a good significant advantage going up in weight and dominating Calvin Kattar on the feet. I think he will definitely shine in those moments where he's wrestling and grappling Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar has great takedown defense. And I don't know, man. I know a lot of people aren't going to like my pick with this one, but I really do like Aljamain, man, in this fight. I really do. Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Calvin, but it's going to be a tough one, man. I think Aljamain has a lot going for him in this one. I think he's going to be able to get the job done. It sucks, man. It really sucks. But this is the fight game, man. This is the fight game, man.
It is.
You can't ignore somebody's skill. You know, I know Calvin Kattar's our guy. You know, he's from New England. But I can't ignore the fact that Aljamain is world champion.
Yeah.
Been on the stage multiple times, and he has some skill set to really give Calvin Kattar a problem. But I'm paying some homage to Calvin Kattar. He's got a fighter coming up in weight, and he's the better striker, so he could show out, man.
Yeah, he could.
He could show out.
And I love the pick. I like the fact that he didn't take my approach and just go with the hometown guy.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's a tough one, man. You want to see these guys win for sure.
Yeah.
But he's fighting a very hard opponent.
Yeah, elite.
Very elite opponent.
Elite. But I come from the camp of also like, you get knocked out, you should take some time off. You should really rest.
It wasn't that bad of a knockout, though. It was more of a TKO.
Yeah, you're right. And it really wasn't. It was kind of like, it was like, what, like 8 months ago at this point, last August?
Yeah. It wasn't it wasn't too bad, man. It was the one where he got kneed in the head was a little bit. Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad knee to the head.
Yeah,
from Peter Yan. So he took some time off for that, respectfully. But yeah, I don't know, man. It could go very wrong for him, right? Going up in weight, and fighting. This is a tough guy to come into, man. Like, this guy's gonna put the pace on him for sure, and he's elite in every aspect of doing that. So it could be a tough night for Aljamain Sterling, but I don't know.
Especially if he plans to make it a striking fight. If he's not a smart fighter and goes to his like strongest suits, which is the grappling, the human backpack. If he doesn't take that route, then you're not winning this fight, pal.
Yeah, and it's not too bad. The odds are not too bad, man. It's Aljamain sitting at a 175. I mean, that's not that bad.
I mean,
it's because he's a world
200, brother. That's I don't know. A little disrespectful. Like, the guy's moving up, right? They got to take that into account. But he's gotten the rep of being the bigger guy for his whole career. So it'll be interesting to see this, man. It'll be a fun fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of fun fight, making her UFC debut, the PFL champ, 2-time Olympic. What?
I thought we were skipping over this one. I'm down.
Are you kidding me? You're not excited for a Kayla Harrison debut against the former world champion Holly Holm? Honestly, like, there's zero sarcasm. I'm being so dead ass.
This is I don't even understand why they made this fight, man. This is the worst fucking matchup for Holly Holm. This is the worst matchup for Holly Holm. This is not gonna be a good night.
Stylistically. But also, like, Kayla Harrison fighting at 35 is also a nutty experience. Like, there's no way she's not gonna die twice between now and fight night, bro.
I
Like
agree.
like
I
her
agree.
last fight in the PFL was at 150, and that was a cut for her. And now
Mhm.
you want her to cut 15 more pounds?
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a tough one to judge, man. I mean, Holly Holm she's just on the latter half of her career, man. She was known for ending the hype train of Ronda Rousey, and not much more after that.
Oh, come
Not
on,
much,
man.
not
We love
much
Holly.
more, not much more after that.
We love
So
Holly on this side.
she's not good against any grapplers. Never has shown any dominance against a grappler or any wrestler. She's done for. Honestly, I'm going Kayla Harrison times 20 on this one. Which is why I don't understand why they would do this to Holly Holm. This is fucking disrespectful. Honestly, it really is. Because Kayla Harrison has a big, hype around her, you could say. And Holly Holm is a legend in the sport. I won't deny that fact, but they're just like giving her the worst matchup possible. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that. But they're trying
this
to
is horrible,
they're trying to
man.
build Kayla quick. They want her to fight once and then world title. And you
Yeah, I
need a
know.
name. You need a name. You
You
can't
do
just
need,
do
yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree. It's a business at the end of the day, but it's just like, man, get somebody else, man. Get
Agreed.
somebody else.
I also think Kayla's gonna win, but I can't help but think like the 135 weight class isn't her. That's not in her future. I don't think. At least as a fan, I don't want to see her cut that much
We'll
weight
see.
every single time down. Like
Yeah.
145, 155. I know those weight classes don't exist in the UFC, but Kayla Harrison is a talent that you build it around.
I agree. I agree.
All right, moving on. Sodiq Yusuff, Diego Lopes, and another featherweight banger. What do you think, and who do you got?
I'm going Diego Lopes.
Mm,
I think he's just an excellent grappler, great submission skill. He's very, very durable. He might not have the precision and the striking defense against a guy like Yusuff, but he's just well rounded, man. He can take Yusuff down any time of the day and just hold him there and just dominate him. And Sadiq just has nothing to do but love it. He's just gonna love it. He's just gonna get sodomized and he's gonna have no choice but to love it.
yeah.
I'm going Diego Lopes. I think Sadiq is excellent, on the feet, but once this gets to the ground, which it inevitably will, it's going to be a long and tough night for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I agree with the pick. I think you made the point with Lopez's striking defense on the feet. He gets hit a lot.
A lot.
He gets hit a lot.
He's going to have one. He's going to want no business being on the field. Let's be honest.
That's true.
We know where his strong suits lie.
Yeah, but Sadiq's a guy where like you eat you eat one, you eat two. It's like, all right, I'm starting to see stars and shit, man. I can't just be standing in this pocket like this. And then he becomes desperate, and then it doesn't look good on the judges' scorecards, and then you know how that
yeah. I mean, he knocked Edson Barboza out. That's saying something.
goes. For sure.
That's saying something.
It is 100%. Yeah, I also got Diego. If I didn't say that already. Fun fight though. I think Sadiq's a gangster, man. I love his content.
Yeah. Wow, come on.
I couldn't.
You didn't even need to. Yeah.
I didn't.
Anyway, moving on. Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. I think we both have a pair of Jalen Turners here. I mean, Renato's great, man. He's a vet. Jalen, he's just on that high horse right now, man. Dynamic striking, solid submission game, man. Just impressive overall fighter, man. That last fight with Bobby Green was insane, too. I love that. Knocked him out in the first round. Moicano, versatile as well, very good jiu-jitsu. But he's like, this guy just, I don't know, man. He barely survived the fight against Drew Dober. Like, and I was like 3 months ago. Like, you think this guy's beating Jalen Turner? Who's making these matchups? Like, I really want to know.
It's
like, all honesty, I really want to know who's making these matchups because this is some bullshit.
I don't know.
Like, if Renato can't get past, if he can't get past Drew Dober, and that's no disrespect to Drew Dober. Drew Dober is an excellent fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters. I love the guy. You're not getting past Jalen Turner. Come on.
Yeah.
He's basically a Drew Dober, but taller and a little bit more versatile. Like, it's just not. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't like this matchup for Renato. I love it for Jalen. It's another fight for him, and it's another fight he can get a knockout, which I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jalen's gonna win. I love Moicano. I think the character he's become has become must-see TV. So anytime he's
Money, I want the money. What was
yeah,
it
like
called?
yeah, exactly. The money Moicano. Moicano wants money. You see his last one where he was in the Apex talking about his 62-year-old dad
Yeah, it's
he had a
like
baby. Like how do you not want to see more of this guy? And he has a YouTube channel and he does this. He's a fascinating figure. I agree your confusion with the matchup. Like it's like the 12th guy versus the
there we
10th
go.
guy. Like it doesn't really do anything for either one, especially Jalen, who just fought backwards. Now he's fighting backwards again.
Again.
But big names, big cards. I think both guys are happy. Fun fight ahead. I'm going Jalen.
Nice. I like that.
Let's rock.
Jessica Andrade, Marina Rodriguez. What do you think? What do you think, man?
I don't think I can pick Jessica Andrade in 2024 in anything.
I don't think anybody can, man.
I don't. It's just not in the house of cards. And to see Marina being plus money, like for me, she's my underdog. She is my underdog of the card.
Plus money.
How is how?
Lock it in. Lock it in.
I'm cashing that to the bank right there. I'm no further information needed. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Jessica Andrade, legend in the sport. You know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that a lot. Saying that a lot on this card, man. A lot of legends fighting some younger fighters. Known for her strength, you know, her striking, grappling. You know, she's posed herself as a threat in, you know, the stand up and the grappling throughout the UFC in her career, and she's had a rough patch, though. Very, very rough patch, and it's just tough, man. When you fight a Mackenzie Dern,
Yeah.
and you don't look that impressive, that's that's pretty much it for you, man. I think that's pretty much it, because Mackenzie Dern's having rough patches too. Very dangerous, but that's a fighter you need to be. You know what I mean? Like that's a fighter you need to showcase your skills against, and she just was not impressive at all. Just really not.
Yeah.
Marina, on the other hand, is very impressive.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive fighter. Muay Thai fighter. Excellent striker. Has some of the best technique. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much her biggest advantage, I feel like, over this fight is her striking. She's excellent with her distance management as well. We've seen that in the Michelle Watterson fight. We've seen that in the Mackenzie Dern fight. Basically shut their skills off. And I see no reason why she won't do that against Andrade on Saturday, to be honest with you. But this will be an exciting fight, I feel like. We'll see some good striking exchanges in there.
Sure. For sure. Definitely. It'll be some sort of fun fight. Jessica Andrade will be hunting overhand rights. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. But and also Jessica Andrade, like she deserves a ton of respect. You look at her resume, like everybody she's fought in, like her past 25 fights has been killers.
Yeah.
So respect to her, man.
But she's on a patch. She's on a rough patch right now.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Maybe a patch on her way to BKFC.
Anyway, man. Yeah. Bobby Green versus Jim Miller, man. Old head fight. Great fight.
Old head.
Two veterans. Great second. What is this? This is a prelim, right?
Yeah. Second fight of the night.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a great fight to just get the card going. It's just one of those really, really exciting fights. Good pace, good speed from both guys. Yeah. I'm gonna go Jim Miller. I think he's just got a little bit more. I don't know. I just feel like he's just a little bit more IQ overall. Bobby Green has very good defensive wrestling IQ. I think overall, Jim Miller's, you know, better fighter overall. You know, he's not the most powerful. You know, he doesn't have the most powerful hands. He's not the quickest, but I think he's better than Bobby.
Yeah,
I think he's better than Bobby.
Especially the Bobby that got absolutely obliterated 5 months ago. Like this is just not enough time off, in my opinion. I think he should have took a whole year. I know he's getting a little older.
Years,
so
yeah,
it's
years too
tough.
too much for a guy getting
But
old.
like you gotta really like think about your brain in long term. Like he really took 30 shots too many to the head.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
and I love Bobby. I would have loved to pick him here, but I'm going Jim fucking Miller, man. And Bruce, you better say it, Bruce. You better say Jim fucking Miller.
You think he's? What do you think he's gonna say?
Not that. It'll be on ESPN, bro. You know they're not gonna let him swear.
Yeah, honestly, I'm turning the commentary off this card.
Really?
I have no interest. I have no interest in hearing Rogan and
DC?
fucking DC. Their blabbermouths
Yeah,
anymore, bro.
DC,
I'm honestly
DC do be
tired of it.
pissing me off. DC do be pissing me off.
On it, yeah, just them pissing me off. But I'm just done with the commentary in general. Like I don't want to hear this bullshit anymore, man. I'm done with it.
Respect. I seen a DC documentary yesterday. So Loki, he grew on me a lot. Just hearing his story, I was like, damn, respect DC. You've been through some shit. So you still not listening?
I'll watch his amazing UFC career over and over and over again. But I will never listen to him talking the octagon again. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. After watching that documentary, I wish he beat John at least once.
At least once.
At least once, bro. I wish it's like his comp, like just for like the storyline, all the shit talking, all the bullshit that surrounded the fight, just for the story. I wish he got one. It would have been
Honestly,
like the superhero, like beats the villain. It would have been perfect, bro.
Yeah, and then we expected that from the fucking football player who's not even fighting anymore. What's his name again?
What
was that guy's name? No, dude. Who was the fucking football player that fought John Jones? What the fuck was his name? We thought he won the fight.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. What's his name?
I honestly forgot his name. That's crazy. That's insane. Dominic Reyes.
Come on,
that guy's a mystery. He's a mystery, bro. That was our last chance, man. That was our last chance at seeing John Jones lose, man. Bullshit.
Yeah.
These motherfucking judges, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, Deiveson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. I don't think the entire world is betting against Deiveson Figueiredo here. Cody Garbrandt. I seen Cody Garbrandt in a Blue Chew commercial the other day.
Yo, me too.
He's in erectile dysfunction commercials now. It's over.
But like an at-home, personally shot really well. Like I did this myself and edited it. Look what I came up with. Type. Like I was impressed. Like, damn, bro, you got a career in this shit, gang. What you still fighting for?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean Cody Garbrandt. He's fast. We know that. He's got knockout power. Good footwork. Oh, that chin, man. That chin is just some of the worst shit we've seen in the sport. He's got a very scary, sketchy chin, man. And he has basically every defensive aspect in his game plays into Figueiredo's game.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, as a world champion, I can't bet against that, you know. He still got it in him. Cody, I honestly am so shocked he's still fighting in the UFC. But Figueiredo, I'm going with him. It's honestly hilarious to even see that he's fighting Cody Garbrandt after seeing where he was the past 3 years, going back and forth with Brandon Moreno for 3 years in a row. Yeah. Now he's fighting Cody Garbrandt. That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really scary. As a world champion, I don't know how that feels personally. I imagine I'd feel defeated, like, damn, like I'm fighting Cody Garbrandt. Like I was just on the world stage in the middle of Mexico fighting Brandon Moreno. I didn't win.
But I barely
That's where I was.
Yeah.
I was on the world stage, main event. Now I'm a early prelim.
Oh, come on, man. UFC 300.
Nasty business, though. Nasty business putting him as an early prelim. Get the fuck out of here. This guy was just fighting for a world championship last year.
This is like UFC, like business 101, though. They're trying to put a crazy banger to open up the fight card, so people are literally sitting down at 7 p.m. on Saturday night watching, which we'll all be doing.
But this is the shit I'm talking about, though. This is the shit I'm talking about. Is, you know, we start off the card, right? We got these bangers, Alex Pereira, we got Sean Wei Lee, you know, Justin Gaethje, you know, Charles Oliveira, and then it starts to go down a little bit more. It's like, all right, we could have put these on another card. Calvin Kattar, Aljamain Sterling, Yuri
Yeah.
Prochazka. And you get really down. It's like, dude, Davison on a prelim? Get real, dude. You could have made.
He could have co-mained Brazil in like next month.
Thank you.
Yeah,
this is the shit I'm talking about.
That's a fact. I agree. That's
this
actually
this is what I'm talking about.
But
like when you get down and down in these fights, it just gets ridiculous.
But do you think like the UFC 300, this card, like the magnitude surrounding this? I feel like regardless of position on the card, it's like just get me in. It don't even matter. I don't even care as long as I'm fighting. As long as I'll be showing my face on this card that a lot of us will never forget. Like that's most important. Nah.
Anyway, I think we need to stretch these cards out more, man. Stop stacking them up like this. Davidson does not deserve to be on a prelim card. Jessica Andrade, Marina Rodriguez don't deserve this. Jalen Turner doesn't deserve this. Jalen Turner's on an early prelim card. Like, get real.
Rare. It's rare. I think it's rare, man. I think we as MMA
Aljamain Sterling is a prelim. We
should just sit back and enjoy like this masterpiece that's about to be painted. I made zero plans for Saturday. I let everybody around me know. Don't even bother. Like Saturday, I'm locked in from the first fight to literally Jamal Hill gets his hand raised after knocking out Alex Pereira. That's what?
All right, bro. Yuri Prochazka's a prelim. All right, I'm gonna just end it on that. I'm gonna just end it on that. He's a prelim. Like, come on, man. All right, anyway. This was UFC 300. I don't think we need to talk about any more of the fights on here. I think we pretty much named all the big ones that we're excited for.
And all the little
ones in every all the little ones in every single one. I'm excited. Do you want to get picks?
Yeah.
Parlay, what are you doing?
I wrote down locks of the card ? For sure, I'm locking in that Marina at plus money. I love the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw I wrote down your picks and my picks, so I'm gonna throw a parlay of all the matching picks. So let's see. Okay. Let's see when the two great minds come together if we can make some cheddar.
I'm looking at a $10,000 payout right now.
Read us the legs.
I'm going Davidson money line, Marina Rodriguez money line. I'm going Rakic money line.
What? But you think Yuri's gonna win?
I changed my mind. I think Rakic can win this. I think Rakic is gonna win. I like that that shit up.
Craziest switch I've ever seen.
But I did mention all the reasons why Rakic would win, and now I'm thinking about it. I think I'm with Vegas on this one. I think Rakic is going to get it. I'm going Alex Pereira and I'm going Charles Oliveira. So Charles Oliveira is my biggest dog on here, and Rodriguez is my second biggest dog. I'm putting $400 on it for a $10,000 payout. So wish me luck.
I hope you're not actually doing that.
It's locked. It's locked. I'm going Rakic, man. I think Rakic is the only one I feel like that would really sell me, or Oliveira.
You got a car payment these days, Ken. You really got to lock in the finances. You can't just be out here traveling and splurging on these bets no more, Ken. You got a plan.
Hey, so, making some money, you know.
Respect.
Splurge a little bit.
Respect, man. I understand. Congrats on the new car. Congrats on hopefully the
big
day out this Saturday.
We didn't have to mention the car. You didn't have to do it.
I didn't. My fault. But I'm just making the point. All right. Anyways, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. We've been on here for over an hour. UFC 300 is going to be an absolute motherfucking spectacle. Thank you if you made it to this point of the podcast. Probably very few souls did. Josh, I appreciate your time, brother. You did, and this was a great conversation. One of my favorites. I was looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too.
All right, people, follow us on the socials at the HB Pod. T-shirts available. Enjoy that Eid special. Cop a shirt before it's too late, and they'll catch you post UFC 300.